afternoon, Saints. You all look great. You've got a great opportunity with the young man who's traveled many miles to come here and tell you about his wish. Martin Luther King Jr. had a dream. Kristopher has a wish. And I wish upon a star that Kristopher's dream comes true. There are 4,000 Canadians that need help, that need some special part. And you guys all have great spirits. You're all saints. So when you're signing and you get your driver's license and whatever, take a moment and think of people like Kristopher. Make the pledge, make the donation, because at that point in time in your life, you won't need the organ that Kristopher needs. I'm a donor. I'm also a bone marrow donor. It doesn't hurt, because at that point in time, you'll never need that organ. So I would like to welcome all of you. And Kristopher, welcome. I've got 3 words for you: courage, determination, and willpower. That's a great description of what you're doing. All the best in your trip across Canada, and thank you for coming and making a presentation to the youth of our community.
Well, you've heard a little bit about Kristopher, but now I think it's time for him to share with you a little bit of his own personal story. So once again, Mr. Kristopher Knowles.
First, I'd like to thank my road team. On my right, road manager George Marcello. On my left, film director, he's making a movie on my campaign, Merle Roberts. And at the very back behind the camera is my dad / driver, Kelly Knowles. Hi, my name is Kristopher Knowles. I'm 13 years old. I've been waiting for a liver my whole life. The disease that caused me needing a liver is called Biliary Atresia. It is a common disease among infants. Most infants die shortly after birth. So far, I've been fortunate enough to still be alive. I've been in and out of the hospital most of my life. I've had over 20 operations that saved my life. I'm doing this walk to bring awareness to the shortage of organ and tissue needed. That's why I thought to myself that there is a way to save people's lives. And if I save a life or lives, it makes us all worthwhile. That's why I'm walking across Canada, to save the 4,000 men, women, and children that are in need of an organ. I'm trying to inspire everybody to be an organ donor. Tell your friends and family about your wishes, and if you do, you're my hero, as well as everybody else's. Please don't take your organs to heaven. Heaven knows we need them here. And I'd like to thank Sacred Heart School for your support. Alone, I can't do this, but together we can. Please make my wish come true. Thank you.
As Kristopher mentioned, another important part of our presentation today is a gentleman by the name of George Marcello. As I mentioned earlier, George is a liver transplant survivor. After his surgery in 1995, Mr. Marcello had the desire to thank the family that saved his life, and he was determined to inspire other Canadians about the importance of the decision to become an organ donor. In 1998, he founded the Step-by-Step Organ Transplant Association. It's my pleasure to welcome to Sacred Heart, Mr. George Marcello.
Okay, Sacred Hearts, how's everybody doing this afternoon? Oh, come on, that was a little bit lame. The last school was a lot more enthusiastic than that. How's Sacred Hearts doing today? That's what gets us going. That's what gets us going. I want to thank some of the support we got from your community. And first of all, I want to thank the Comfort Inn for helping us out with accommodations. I want to thank Access Communications for helping us with internet. Kristopher receives like hundreds of emails a day that he's got to respond to as quickly as possible. I also want to thank Melrose Place, and I remember that because there's a show called Melrose Place. And I also want to thank Smitty's and Wendy's. All these different restaurants are feeding us while we're here. And let me tell you, this guy here's got a big appetite. And I also want to thank the RCMP from Yorkton for giving an excellent police escort. I don't know if the officer is still here. Is he here? No? Okay, thank you, RCMP Yorkton. And I also want to thank City Hall. I want to thank your principal, Mr. Chad Hollanari. Natty, sorry. It almost sounds Italian, and I'm Italian and I can't pronounce it. Oh boy. You know, without your principal, this wouldn't have been possible. As soon as he heard about this, he jumped on it and helped organize this. Thank you very much, Chad. And I also want to acknowledge all the walkers that walked with Kris this morning. We have a few up here. Who's the rest of them? Are they in the audience somewhere? Stand up, please. Thank you, guys. Giving Kristopher an excellent export and some big company. Okay, now this part of the agenda is Kristopher's most exciting part, right? You pumped? Okay. It's called Up Close and Personal with Kris, and this is the chance and opportunity to ask Kris any question that you'd like. Remember, there's no dumb questions. And there's always that first brave person that puts up their hand right away that has already a question cooking. And there's always one in every school. Where's that brave person? There we go. And the principal's going to acknowledge the...
Mr. Harris, please.
I've been to about 98 to about 100 cities. No.
Please just raise a hand. I'll try and repeat the question if there are people that didn't hear it at the back. Put up a hand if you've got one more question. Go ahead, Lindsay.
I'm not allowed to walk in like across Canada, like on the highways and stuff, because they won't let me. But we drive to like each community and we walk from like a city hall or like another school or something, and then we walk to the school where we're doing a press conference. So I walk about 1 to 10 kilometers a day.
Question at the back, Ryan.
I don't have to do school because they pass me because of my grades. But I still have to do a journal every day and do a lot of email work.
What's up there?
If you got your liver transplant and you were all healthy, what's the very first thing that you would do? What can't you do now that you wish you could?
Play hockey.
It's good to hear Mr. Serby has a sense of humor about the Maple Leafs making the finals as well. Any other questions from our students or staff? One over here. Go ahead.
If you could say anything to any one of us here, what would it be?
My usual saying, please don't take your organs to heaven. Heaven knows we need them here.
Oh, sorry, Mr.